party life's always a party. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Motherfuckers.
No. Hope everyone's having a happy holiday season, man. We are festive here at Life's a Party.
If you're on YouTube, you gotta, or if you're listening on Spotify, go check out YouTube. We put some time and effort into the Christmas version of Life's a Party set.
Dude, I'm so excited just to have a set and be able to decorate.
Dude, I was
you know
like
what
2 hours early today.
You were?
And I felt like I was Buddy the Elf in the movie where he was like staying overnight and cutting all the snowflakes and making it all one big thing. Great movie, which we'll get to. We're doing a Christmas edition show. First of 3 or 4 we're doing.
I think we're going to be doing 3 Christmas shows.
3 Christmas shows.
So, it's a Christmas month. That's what December is. I'm glad we didn't start Christmas in November.
We did 3 Christmas shows last year, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah, I really liked what we did last year too. If you've stuck around, you've been here for a year. We did like a Christmas trivia show.
Yeah.
Where we brought on some of our friends, and it was we did like Finish That Lyric holiday. We did like Christmas movie trivia, and so we're looking to bring that back.
This is like breaking the surface for our Christmas show.
Yeah.
And then the number 2 Christmas show next week's gonna be epic. Maybe bring some guests on, do a little Christmas show, have some little contest. And then the week 3 Christmas show will be epic as well.
Going out with a bang, yeah.
Exciting times here at Life's a Party. I do want to tell you and producer Do something that before we turn the page on Thanksgiving, I didn't tell you this pre-show, and you're not going to believe this, but your boy had influenza.
You had the flu?
I had the flu. See, what I think what happened is that influenza got mad that I called it by its full name. Like, you know how people get mad when they're like, oh, when you call him like Richard?
Yes.
Like he prefers to be called Dick.
Yes.
So I think he got mad. Influenza got mad, gave me the flu. There was actually a flu outbreak at our bar. So apparently someone went out. Yeah, you were there. I don't know. You might have been the one to survive.
I don't know. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I was there. What are you talking about? Yeah, I was there.
But you were
Got
the one.
lucky.
So I did it. I'm okay. It's been like 3 days removed, but I'm good to go. Christmas show. I'm excited. We just sold Christmas t-shirts.
Yeah, Christmas shirts. If you've been following us, make sure you're following us on Instagram. That's where we're showing all the stuff.
Yes.
If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you'll see plenty of pictures, videos of our new Christmas set and of our decorated set over there. So at Life's a Party Pod, and we were selling a limited edition Christmas shirt.
Limited edition, and we are going to do possibly a contest next week.
We are.
Involving some trivia where if you listen to the show, you interact with us a certain way, you could win a free limited edition Life's a Party Christmas shirt. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into the Christmas show, because we got a lot of fun shit to talk about, I want to ask you something. Spider-Man, big thing coming up. Our last episode was about the Spider-Man new movie coming out. I saw a TikTok, I think it was, where, I don't know why I always act confused when I'm like, I think it was TikTok. It was definitely TikTok.
Yeah,
It had to be TikTok.
Yeah.
But people are buying Spider-Man tickets, and they're flipping them for like $3,000. Is that a thing?
Okay, so the Spider-Man No Way Home is the movie. We talk about it. I
gotta wait 20 minutes to get my answer.
I gotta explain what's going. I gotta explain what's going on. You give me a question.
You were asking a question.
Yeah.
Abominable Snowman will listen.
Okay, so Spider-Man No Way Home, third Spider-Man film coming out December 17th, and it is all over my TikTok. Whether that's spoilers or people trying to ruin the movie, talk about Andrew and Toby being in it, which has never been formally announced by the studio. Or this idea where everyone was talking about getting tickets. So the tickets went on sale on Monday, which instead of Cyber Monday, they were calling it Spider Monday. So good. That's good marketing right there. I like it. Spider Monday. And they went on sale at midnight, Sunday night, like Monday morning, and all the websites crashed. So Fandango.
See what he did there?
Oh, the web.
All the websites crashed.
All the websites crashed. Fandango, AMC, Cinemark, everybody. And I had a buddy who went, because my girlfriend was like, hey, do you want to buy them at midnight? I'm like, I'm going to be in Disney, actually, on a little vacation for my birthday. So I will not see Spider-Man opening weekend, which is going to kill me.
That's got to hurt.
I know.
That's got to hurt little Polly popcorn. That's
I'm
gotta
nervous
hurt
about spoilers. But
I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna text you.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. But I'm gonna see it on Monday. So I was like, I don't really care about the tickets. I know Monday's not going to be sold out. But Thursday night, that preview night was huge, and people were nervous about being spoiled. That's the big thing,
so
right?
the big thing is you want to get the premiere night so that no one ruins the movie for you.
Correct. So everyone was flocking to these websites at midnight, trying to buy tickets, and all of the websites crashed. Like AMC, I mean, everybody. And my buddy was trying to get them. He did not get his tickets until 3:30 in the morning.
Damn.
He was waiting. There was a queue. The website broke, crashed. He had to restart. He's like in a virtual queue. They're like, oh, an hour till you can get your tickets. Or like, hey, we're trying to get you ready. And I'm like, dude, I am not, like, it's a movie. It's not.
People are just assholes.
Like, it's not a concert. What are we doing?
Here's my theory here. So, like, America is basically just a bunch of assholes who supply demand.
Correct. 100%.
So, Paul, here, like, say we're like, I put you in a little box, hypothetically. You're in a box, you have a chair, there's a piece of paper. I go, you have to sign your name on that piece of paper.
Yeah.
You don't have a pen. There's no pen. You're not allowed to leave the room. You can't, like, cut yourself with blood and write in blood. You need the pen that I have. I can be like, Paul, this is fucking $6 million.
I gotta
You
pay
have to
it.
give me $6 million because you have to write your name. It's $6 million worth of, it's just
It's
bullshit.
not. Yeah.
It's fuck. That's like you go to a Sixers game or you go to a Madison Square Garden. You got to go to water, supply demand. You need water. Oh, let's make it $6.
All those ideas
up.
about like a concert.
Or gas. You get gas.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Go on boycott? Gas?
That's the whole thing with gas. When
I'm gonna
everyone's
ride
like,
my bike. I ain't riding my bike. Abominable Snowman does not ride bikes.
I was like, everyone goes, oh, gas is $3.50 or $3.75. It's like, oh, doesn't that suck? It's like, yeah, it does, but what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna
Right.
not drive. I'm going to drive and I'm not riding my bike. Like, yes, I care about the gas prices, but not enough to boycott driving, or like start carpooling with a bunch of friends. So
It's just supply and demand. That's what this world
But
is.
the
People
spider-
want the opening
Yeah.
ticket. There's none left. You need it. Let's make it $3,000 for a fucking movie ticket because
Well,
they need it.
what was smart about it was a lot of people were like, the theaters have the tickets. It's just the mobile ticketing, what we're so accustomed to nowadays, started at midnight. So a lot of people Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday during the middle of the day was going to AMC, going to Cinemark, going to Regal, and just buying them paper, like old fashioned.
Nice.
And we're like, hey, I want to buy these tickets, and all the theaters sold them tickets. So it was great. So all these people had their tickets ready to go and not wait up at midnight, not be stuck online for 3 hours. I was asleep. I love Spider-Man, but that's not for me. It's not a concert.
Before we get in the Christmas show, we both like to keep our tickets from events we go.
I hate that they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So what do you do? Because I went to UFC the other day. Obviously, we had that conversation, and I was like, well, the ticket's on my phone. Like, how do I do I print that out? I don't have the actual ticket where it's like me and my girlfriend had this memorable trip. I hate that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I had a memory box, like
Yeah, I remember
a
that.
shadow box in my bedroom where I'd put all my movie tickets or I put my concert tickets and
Or the strip club you went.
yeah, wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Delilah's.
And I mean, our whole show, right? Life's a party. We want to do experiences, and that was a really cool way to keep track of that stuff. Where unfortunately now, because everything's digital, I had a buddy who reached out, or I was talking to him the other day, and he was like, "Dude, I hate how there's no more paper
Yeah, it
tickets."
sucks.
Especially at a movie theater where it's cool, especially if you have that shadow box and you don't always want to think about that movie premiere. But like if you're walking by and you see it kind of
Yeah, we
peeking
saw this
out,
movie, and it's cool.
yeah, it's cool to do that. I have when they first started going to printed stuff.
Yeah.
I'd print my ticket because you couldn't show your phone. Like it used to be, hey, print this out, like print at home, and now because it's all mobile, like no paper at all. I mean, it sucks.
Can
But
you turn the brightness up?
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry to figure it out.
especially with Wi-Fi, dude. I went to a Devils game.
I was just like, you're gonna make sure that your phone's charged.
No, well, there's so many issues that can go awry there, right? But I mean, I went to a Flyers Devils game. I got 4 tickets from my dad, and I remember, like, I was like, okay, cool, you know what I mean? And they have that little button there that says add to your wallet,
Yeah.
so you don't deal with Wi-Fi issues. Well, I was couldn't get the wallet thing. I'm literally going up, and all of a sudden, what happens? Wi-Fi down, completely down.
Who's got Wi-Fi?
I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? And then you have people with me. You're making a line. My ticket won't load. It's just awful. Where normally, just got paper ticket here, scan this shit, and we're through the door.
All right, awful vibes to positive vibes. It is December 1st.
Yeah, today's December 1st.
It had a different vibe driving here. I finally had the Christmas music on. I have
Yes.
to wait till December 1st. Had the Christmas music coming on to get here. Had positive vibes. It's a good time because, like, it's a lot of people have anxiety. It's a good time to be with your family, relax, or stay comfortable, hang with people you see. What?
Did you see that on Friday? So Black Friday, I switched our logo.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ready to go. We got an awesome Christmas logo if you haven't seen it already on our social medias. So at Life's a Party Pod, definitely go check that out. We had our buddy who did our logos and our graphic design, Matt Mayer. Last year he gave us a Christmas logo, and this is the logo that we used on the shirts this year.
Yes.
And I was talking to Ryan in November. I was like, when do we change that logo? And I'm like, if I could make the decision, I would have changed it mid-November, early November. But I said, after Thanksgiving, Black Friday hit, I said, boom, changing it.
Right, we're ready.
Christmas spirit, baby.
We're ready,
We're ready.
to rock and roll around the Christmas tree. Ho, ho, ho.
Wait, did it snow down here yesterday?
No.
So I live in North Jersey now, and I moved, and all during the day, like flurries, snow, light snow, super It was so cold out. And then today was warm as hell.
Here's my thing. I could never celebrate Christmas in like LA. Imagine having a Christmas and people are wearing bikinis.
It's
It's
different
weird.
vibe.
Like there's a palm tree. Like that's not a vibe I'm down for.
Would you
I like the Christmas
Yeah.
snow on Christmas. I enjoy that. White Christmas. All right, here we go.
Get you.
This or that. Okay. All right.
Hey.
These are gonna be great TikToks. So these are this or that Christmas edition. Let's get into it. So first one, Paul. White lights or colored lights when you're putting them up?
Christmas, I'm a colored lights person. You know what I mean?
Are you?
100%, because I'm a colorful person to begin with, right? I'm
Okay.
outgoing, I'm fun, I'm jolly, you know? And the colored lights
Do
just give
people
off
do people give you these traits, or
Yes.
are you self-claiming these?
jolly man, you know what I mean? And
look at him.
Just look at them.
look at me, you know, look at this suit. Does a boring guy wear this Christmas suit? Fuck no. No, a jolly man who's ready for the holidays, got the Christmas lights. I understand the white lights, don't get me wrong.
I like the white lights. They're classics.
You're a white lights guy?
I'm a white lights guy. Because the colored lights start to become a little too much. You got the floats. I'm not a big float. I don't like the floats guy. I'm not a big floats guy.
We're talking about lights here. We're not talking about floats. We're
Not
talking
talking
about lights here.
I'm talking about lights. Not the floats.
Not the floats.
Not the floats.
Not what's associated. We're just talking about
Not
the
the
lights.
floats that I hate. The lights.
The lights.
No, but I feel like you can't. Okay, you're right.
You like the
Wait, so
classy
what are
look.
the colored lights? Are just like I don't like multicolors.
So
Does it
what-
have to be multicolors? Because if
Well-
it's all like these are colored lights.
they're colored lights, but they're single color, so they're red lights. We
I
have
like.
on the set.
All right, changing my answer. I like colored lights, single color.
Okay.
I don't even know if I like that. Like blue lights around the whole house.
I feel like that's boring.
I feel like that's corny. Actually,
But all the colored lights. I mean,
I'm going white. I'm going white.
Oh my.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm not like white, like our sign white. I'm saying like, kind of like what comes out of that lamp. That's the kind of white.
like
I
a
go
warm,
for.
like a
Yeah.
warm yellow light.
We
yeah.
we do a real Christmas tree. And my mom does like 4 Christmas trees. I don't know why she does it, but she does.
Shout out, Mama Producer Drill.
Yep.
Shout out, Mama Producer Drew.
So we were struggling for a long time to get LED lights for the Christmas tree because it was just either too bright or
Yeah.
too white or too orange. We just could not find the right lights for it, and we stuck to incandescents till like this year because you just can't buy them anymore.
See, like producer Drew's such the guy that goes into like the details of,
Of the
like
lights.
the bulb,
The color of the bulb. But no,
adolescence of the bulb.
I feel that of like the classic Christmas vibe is that warm tone light, right?
Yeah.
Where the LED lights now, the white ones are bright, like cool lights. They're
Yes.
called like white, right? Instead of like a warm light. But then, you
it's
know
like
what?
a vanilla,
Yeah, like a vanilla, I guess.
French vanilla.
But
I'm thinking ice cream over here.
yes, you are. I am a huge
Stop getting
fan
out.
of
Not out of character.
colored lights. I just think it gives more pizzazz. It's more fun. Where the white, I think, is a little more stuck up, classy vibe. That I think Christmas is supposed to be fun, and the color is fun to me.
All right, let's transition to the floats.
Okay.
Hate the floats, especially
we
if there's
established.
too
What are you
many.
talking about floats?
You
The
can't-
blow-ups?
The blow-ups.
Okay.
Too many blow-ups, or if they're too big, it's just like it's kind of trashy.
I agree with that. I think as a kid, loved them. 100%.
Well, yeah, because you want to go tackle them and
I just want to go have fun. I remember begging my dad at a floral shop. Like, oh, where do you get them? Now you can get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. But I feel like they weren't as huge as when we were kids. But I remember them being $100, $150.
Yeah, they're expensive.
$200. And I mean, 15 years ago, and just begging my dad Be like, hey, can we get this snowman who's snowboarding right now, who's like 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall? We had a Santa Claus that was 13 feet tall.
Why?
And I remember because I was in elementary school, and all of my my house was on the street of the elementary school. So all of the teachers who I had always knew what house I had, like where I lived, and would always say something, be like, "Oh, Santa's up this year." Like, "Oh, I love that Santa," and it's 13 feet. It had no reason being that big, but as a little kid, it brought so much joy to me.
Nice. I'm glad that
That
little Paulie was
$300
excited about the giant Santa Claus.
But
I'm glad.
nowadays, no, I don't like them.
One of my favorite decorations, and literally this was weird because I was gonna bring it up on the show, and my girlfriend would disown me if I never brought this decoration up on the show. And producer Drew said his dad's gonna do it next year. But I love the people who do lights creatively, right? So this person had lights, but they were like ripped down, and they had a Grinch on the front yard. So it looks like the Grinch is ripping the lights off. Hey, it saves. You don't have to put double lights up, and it's a creative way. What was the other thing with the arrow we were talking about?
Yeah, so there's a few things. I like the Grinch one.
The Grinch is great.
They
I love
just
it.
put lights in a ball and then get a Grinch statue and kind of do one strand to the roof.
Like off the gutters.
Great idea, though.
Great idea.
Simplistic, great idea. And the other one is a lot of people do where their neighbor will go far out. They'll go crazy and they'll do their entire house, their lawn. They'll do the blow-ups, everything. And the next door neighbor will just have one little sign, maybe some lights, and it'll say ditto, or it'll have an arrow, or it'll, it's just like me too, that kind of thing.
What he did.
Yeah, what that guy did, because it's just fun holiday stuff where you can get away with not putting as many Christmas lights on your house, but also still feeling the spirit. Because people will be like, oh, that's cool, that's creative. Where in reality, it's just lazy.
All right, next one.
Hot cocoa or eggnog?
I'm a hot cocoa guy.
Have
the
you had
reason
it?
being is I love marshmallows. So I love the marshmallow aspect. To be honest, hot cocoa is really the only time I drink it is during Christmas season.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
I
have-
know people who mix like hot cocoa with like coffee at Wawa. If that's like a thing.
That doesn't sound that bad.
I've never even had eggnog. What's even in eggnog?
So that's what I was going to ask. Oh, wow.
I think I've had a sip of eggnog. The only pro, I guess, if you're like pro eggnog or pro hot cocoa, is that eggnog is alcoholic.
It doesn't have to be, though.
No, there's that
No, it has.
non-alcoholic
I
stuff.
know there's non-alcoholic, but
there's
that's
you can make
non-alcoholic is the greatest one. It's so good.
you can make alcoholic hot chocolate though.
well, yeah, you put like Bailey's in there or something.
It's good.
Well,
I'm a big hot chocolate guy. I love.
I was gonna say I'm a big alcoholic.
No.
I'm a big
I mean that
alcoholic.
too. You know what I mean? But
Whatever's in the pantry for me, honestly.
I love hot chocolate, and I was a big hot chocolate fan when it snowed. Like I never had it a lot growing up, but when it snowed, it was guaranteed hot chocolate day. My mom would make it on the stove. Hot chocolate day. I'd go out, play in the snow. I'd come in, no hot chocolate would be ready to go, and my mom would make it on the stove with milk, heat it up, that kind of thing.
You gotta double packet it though.
Yep, 100%.
Because you gotta put as much cocoa as possible. That's what you have to do. All right, next one is. This is a tough one. The movie Elf or The Grinch? Which one do you prefer?
Are we choosing the Jim Carrey movie?
Yes, the Jim Carrey movie, not the
Jim
animated
Carrey
one.
movie. That one's the best one.
We're talking Will Ferrell, Elf, Jim Carrey, The Grinch.
See, I think both great movies, of course, right?
Yes,
both
both.
iconic actors in their own right. Comedians, right?
Wait for the butt.
But I think
They're both hilarious. They're both great.
They're both hilarious. And
What if they did one together?
like them two as actors.
That would be that should be something I pitched to Warner Bros.
So I think
Like, hey, let's get Jim Carrey the Grinch and Will Ferrell the Elf, and let's them do a movie together.
yeah,
that would be hilarious.
It's a good idea.
That is a good
You pitch that right here.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Jim Carrey the Grinch, Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell together, same movie coming out 2025. You heard it here first, Life's Party.
I really like both movies. I think The Grinch is a better produced movie. I think it's a better Christmas movie. But I think Elf is so creative in a lot of aspects where, they didn't use any CGI in the film, which I thought was really cool, where everything was done practically, like making Will Ferrell, who's huge, who's like 6'3", 6'4", making him, smaller. They did a lot of depth perception, like camera tricks in the frame. I love all the claymation they do when he's like,
Bye, buddy.
yeah.
Hope
Bye,
you find
buddy.
your dad.
Yeah, Mr. Norwal.
Yeah, but The Grinch has the best, one of the best parts in any movie history.
the very famous scene.
5 o'clock dinner with myself. I cannot cancel that again. Why can't you cancel it again?
It's
It's
your
dinner with
dinner.
yourself. Well, you can cancel that. You don't have to go there.
7 o'clock, solve world hunger, tell no one.
So you're gonna solve world hunger and not tell anybody. What's the point of solving it then?
8 o'clock, jazzercise. Like, yes, I agree. I think that
He's
is one of the
solving world
best.
hunger and telling nobody. Why? What's the point?
It is one of the best Christmas scenes. It's super quotable. But I think I'm gonna have to go Grinch. Actually,
I think I'm gonna go Grinch just based off that scene. But they're great. They're both great.
Have you ever watched the new animated Grinch film
Yeah, I did.
with I think
Kenan
Benedict
Thompson's
Cumberbatch?
in it, isn't he? Kenan Thompson's the mailman.
He's
or
the
something.
he's the voice of the neighbor
yeah.
who does all the lights and stuff.
Yeah, the movie's pretty good. I did like that. But yeah, they're both overplayed. Like you can't say like, oh, Elf is overplayed. I was thinking that I was like, Elf's overplayed, and I was like, hold up, the Grinch is always on. Oh, today's National Grinch Day. My mom told me. I don't know what that means, but she said today's National Grinch Day. So
We're not Grinches today.
We're not.
We are starting our holiday celebration.
Next one is. Oh, this is yours.
Shop in store or shop online? What do you do for the holidays?
I shop online. I think one of the most slept on things during the holiday season is Cyber Monday. I literally didn't buy a single thing prior to Cyber Monday, and I bought everything on Cyber Monday. I have no other shopping left to do. Knocked it out. I laid in bed, click clack, add cart, boom bang. Call me Santa Claus. It's done.
That's good.
It's over.
See, this year I did not do any Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday shopping.
Are you a last minute guy?
Lately?
My dad, he does everything. He's the Christmas Eve shopper.
Oh wow,
He's that guy.
that's
But
too much anxiety for me.
I even went up to him. He was sitting down chilling. I was like, why don't you go out and get Christmas gifts? I'm like, it's very early. It's literally November. Why do you have to go Christmas Eve? He's like, just go out now. I'm trying to push him out like a little bird pushing him out of the tree. Like, go get the Christmas gifts now. He's like, oh no, it's tradition. What do you want?
It's tradition for me to stress out. You know what I mean? That last day,
It's tradition.
because it's not like you have enough
But
on
then
your
Christmas
mind.
Eve comes around. Oh, there's gonna be traffic, and it's like, stop, bitch! I just tried to push you out the tree a month ago.
Meanwhile, my mom, September's like, start putting stuff on your wish list. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's the same with my
Yeah,
dad,
Christmas
where
list. Everybody needs a fucking Christmas list.
my dad will say, mid-November or early November, say, hey, what do you want for Christmas this year? And I'll tell him, I say, hey, I haven't even thought about that, and he's like, well, if you don't tell me, then I can't get you anything. And I'm like, I guess that's life, because I'm not mentally there to figure out what I want for Christmas. I'm just trying to get through November.
The problem is you don't tell people what you want at like a family party. But if you mention the slightest thing, that slightest thing you mention is now the genre of what presents you're getting for Christmas. One time I mentioned that I went golfing a little bit more than I did. You would think I was Tiger Woods. I got new sets, I got new clubs, I got new golf balls. I was a professional golfer for a day for Christmas. It's like once you give them that little sliver, they take off and run with it.
Have you ever purposely added little things?
Purposely
to people?
added little things.
Like ideas,
hinted
to ideas. Because I do it all the time.
I don't.
I do it all the time where people say, "Oh, you're so tough to get." I'm like, dude, just listen. I will give you everything you ever want to know.
Superheroes.
I will give you everything you want to know. I'll be like, oh, it's getting cold out. Like, I wish I had this hat that for a company I worked for, But they're like, what? And they'll say, oh, why don't you buy it? I'm like, it's Christmas, I maybe after Christmas if I still want one. But you got to give them hints.
That's funny. I don't do that.
Well, that's the whole. If you're at Thanksgiving, it's like, oh, did you see Harry Potter and ABC Family? It's like, oh yeah, I love Harry Potter.
Then boom, Harry Potter gifts from everybody.
Everywhere, bro.
Opens the
get the whole
floodgates.
movie. Get the whole movie set. You get all
You're
the
gonna
collectible
get the
items.
tattoo of his scar. Next thing you know.
That's just what it is.
Next one is, Paul. Do you prefer to build gingerbread houses or do like a holiday cookie, like a bake? I guess holiday baking.
I'm not a huge gingerbread cookie house person. I maybe made one or two in my entire life. I think it's a waste of time. It is. I guess it can be fun. Get
You
drunk.
say we're not Grinches. Building gingerbread houses is a waste of your time.
Best gingerbread house activity. Here you go. You get smacked up. Well, you get smacked up. You get your buddy to drive you to Walmart.
Why do I feel like this is gonna end with throwing the gingerbread houses?
Might as well, right? You go to Walmart, you get the $5-10 boxes, who cares? Come home, keep drinking, just get smacked up. You have this I've seen people do this high, actually. This was a really funny story where
I don't do drugs.
It was 3 people, they all bought gingerbread houses, went to their buddy's house, all smoked, and made the houses while they were high. And then what they did was they took photos of each individual house, put a poll on Instagram and
They
Twitter.
probably had like the gingerbread house like on the wall.
Yeah, I'm just imagine. I would imagine if they were taking pictures as they were making it. It's like it's starting well. Oh, that's no.
Yep. But I mean, it's a good time. That stuff's really funny. And then
The doors on the roof.
to your buddies,
Dude, collapses in on itself.
you have like a
Can't
little
get in
competition.
there. Excuse me, just let me in the house.
Just drenches it in frosting.
But at the end of the day, after the gingerbread house is made, what are you doing with it? You're
Take
immediately
pictures,
throwing it
and
out.
it's almost like decoration.
You're keeping it in your house.
I'm not doing shit because I suck at anything art. I suck. Gingerbread takes a lot of skills that if you're good at art, you have to like if you're good at art, or you have to be good at art to build a good gingerbread house.
He got there
I
eventually.
got there.
Yeah.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
I-
Kids show. But I'm not really big into either bacon or gingerbread house. I do like the do you like the Holiday Bacon Championship? That show?
I have not watched that. No.
Well, my girlfriend and my mom love that show. I actually enjoy it. It's a Holiday Bacon Championship, and they do Christmas.
If that's your cup of tea, or
my
a cup of
cup of
hot
tea.
cocoa or eggnog. I mean,
It's my cup of Bud Light, you know. Next one is
ugly sweaters or matching pajamas.
I'll tell you, I'm definitely ugly sweaters. The reason being is my family.
As you're wearing as you're wearing Christmas PJs.
My family, my mom thinks it's a great idea to do matching PJs on Christmas.
Okay.
And then once you get into the PJs and you see your family wearing the same ones, it's like, are you shitting me? Like, is this real life? Like, are we actually doing this? I have a video of it. I might have to send to producer Drew, but it's not my thing. I mean, having everyone in matching pajamas. Ugly sweaters are fun. Ugly sweater contests and shit.
I was never a matching pajama person. My
Not matching anything.
Yeah, my older sister and her fiance, or now her husband, got matching pajamas last year for Christmas, and asked me and my girlfriend, was like, "Hey, would you want to do matching pajamas?
Oh, no, you
these are the
gotta
ones
get
I
out of
got."
there.
And I never did this before. I mean, who really wears pajamas like a matching set these days? I guess some people do. I mean,
Girls do.
I don't want to put on an outfit to go to bed. You know what I mean? That's just not what I want to do. But I do like the Christmas PJs. I think a lot of them are super soft. The ones we got last year are super soft. But what happened was my mom saw that both her kids and their significant others had matching PJs,
Yeah.
and was upset because she felt left out.
Oh, so you
So-
gotta get it to everybody.
This year, mid-October, I get a text saying, "Hey, mom's looking to get matching PJs for the whole
Oh,
family.
you're in trouble.
What's your size?" And today, actually, I found them in a corner of the house, all 6 pajamas.
If I had to bet money, are they plaid?
Of course, they're plaid.
Plaid.
They're
They're
Christmas
plaid
PJs.
pajamas.
They're red and green and white. They're nice, whatever.
They're nice.
But I was a huge ugly Christmas sweater guy in high
Right.
school. We had that ugly sweater contest. That was a lot of fun. And then in college, the best place to get ugly Christmas sweaters is Spencer's. If you want to get like dirty or super funny ones, like I had one reindeer one where it said "Jingle My Balls," and then it had a bunch of reindeer on it where the reindeer were just hanging low, you know. And
you would be the guy that wears balls on your shirt.
that's just what you gotta do. You know what I mean? It's like jingle
It's
my balls.
It's actually not what you gotta do.
It's what you gotta
far
do.
from what you gotta
It's gotta
do.
do.
It's Christmas time. Jingle everyone's balls.
I will
All the
say,
way.
I will say this about ugly sweaters real quick. My family did want to spice up Christmas one year for our family because we wake up and we go to my aunts and uncle's house on Christmas Day and we all open gifts. So we were like, hey, text it out, group chat. Hey, ugly sweaters this year.
Yeah.
You know, ugly sweaters. This was like a couple years ago. Fair enough. We get there and it's me, my family. We have our ugly sweaters in. We're the last people to arrive. Only people there to do it. Oh, we thought you were kidding. No, we're not kidding. So now we're stuck in ugly sweaters, and we're not matching with the people. They're looking nice. So it was just you got to be on the same page if you're going to an ugly sweater party. You got to make sure there's ugly sweaters there.
Little tangent. I saw a great video on TikTok where someone hosted a party and they told each couple that it was a different theme. So one was they were toga, and one was the 80s, and one was the 50s.
That's good.
And like one was sci-fi, so they came as aliens, and it was the funniest thing in the world because the whole party, everyone is in a different type of outfit. So yes, you're not dressed as everyone, but you can't feel left out because everyone else looks like an idiot too.
I like that. That guy's a genius. That'd be a cool party. Do like decades, but don't tell people. So you have like the 50s
Be
over
like,
here. The 60s.
tell each set a couple or like different decade. So you got the
dope.
whole century right there, you know?
That's dope. All right, next one is Do you prefer, Paul, to be home for the holidays or to travel? This is something where I don't understand why, because I was even on Instagram, even like yesterday or the day before, and I was seeing people posting on Instagram their plane tickets, and they're buying tickets to get out of town for Christmas. Why is that? I don't understand why that's a thing.
I think it's because we came from a small town that I want to be home. I want to be home for the holidays, as the song says.
I'll be home for the holiday.
And that I want to be with my family. I want to be in my childhood home or my home that I'm living in.
You want to see the Santa, the big Santa?
I want to see Santa come down the chimney.
No, big Santa on your front lawn.
Oh yeah, I want to see my blow up.
Yeah.
And all my lights, and that's like cozy and homey to me. Where for Christmas, I don't want to go to, California, or I don't want to go to a private island, or I don't like
People go to that's the thing.
Yeah, as you said, it's like I don't want to see palm trees on Christmas. I'm from New Jersey. I mean, we're from New Jersey. We're in the Northeast, and we usually, hopefully, you might get snow or it's cold, and that sucks sometimes. But that's part of the holiday, and that's part of that spirit.
Put a little spoon under your bed.
Yeah,
under
you
your
go.
pillow, inside out your pajamas.
So 100%, I am staying home for the holidays.
What about if you had like a log cabin, like ran out a log cabin for the
I feel that. No, that's cool. I mean,
A log cabin?
Someone talked to me about
I feel that.
getting.
I did that,
cool.
I did that one year. It was great. I did that
Horrible
one year. I did that one year, and it was absolutely great.
Was it hot?
No, it was in Vermont.
Did your family bring all the gifts and everything to
Yes.
that? Yeah, I've heard that. I think that's cool.
Oh shit.
We got a Christmas tree there. We decorated it and everything, and we
That's
we
cool.
didn't take the Christmas tree down or anything. We left everything there. So the next person came in, all the decorations.
Look at
were
this
up.
guy. He's like Santa Claus.
He is. He's jolly. He's
He's
there.
the human Santa Claus.
It was it was a beautiful cabin. Beautiful. Everything was just absolutely gorgeous. And honestly, I would love to do it again, but it's just expensive.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can I come?
You paying your way?
Producer Drew, Mom, if you're watching, I want to come.
Oh my
That was
god.
bad. Sorry. Okay, next one.
Do you prefer Christmas movies or Christmas songs?
This is tough. This is a tough one. One of my favorite things to do in Christmas time is to sit down and watch a Christmas movie. And the problem is that a lot of the Christmas songs can irritate me. Like, they're
Okay.
not all good. That doesn't really make sense because not all Christmas movies are good.
That's true.
I hate Dominic the Donkey, though. I just got to get that out there. I hate the song Dominic the Donkey. Eeyore, eeyore. Like, what is that? What is going on there? Is that a person that goes, eeyore, eeyore?
I mean,
Or is that like an actual donkey?
you
that,
don't
like,
you don't
hey,
you don't vibe
yo,
with
donkey,
that song.
get over here. Give me your best. Eeyore, eeyore.
You don't. But I like those type of songs because I can participate.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding.
I'll be in my car. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I know.
"Eeyore,
That's,
eeyore."
that's such a Paul song. But I do like the newer.
Thanks.
I do like the newer songs. Like the J. Beebe Christmas songs are great. John Legend has great Christmas songs.
Ariana Grande.
Michael Bublé, I got his vinyl Christmas down there. Leslie Odom, though, he's got one of my favorite Christmas albums. I think it's called like Last Christmas. Dude from Hamilton.
We were putting some stuff up, Christmas decorations, in my apartment, and we turned on Michael. Michael Bublé is just the man. He's got the greatest voice of one of the greatest voices of all time. And if you want to have a modern voice but
Yes.
feel classic Christmas, Michael Bublé is your man.
He's always there for you. Like, if you don't know who to put on, you put on Bublé. Even though I would say I probably would put on Biebs. My mom loves Michael Bublé, by the way. So
So
she's
do I.
going to love this part. But, yeah, I'm a Biebs guy. Over Bublé.
Okay.
That's big to say. But.
See, if Christmas movie, like I love Christmas movies. I really do love Elf. If Elf's on, I will sit down and watch it.
Well, can I say this first about you? Last year we did the Christmas trivia, and you're like, "Oh, I love Christmas, jolly hey ho, I'm the Christmas guy." He hasn't seen like half the classics.
So we were talking about
Can
this.
you put that on your list this year?
We talked
He
about
hasn't seen
this.
Wonderful Life. He hasn't seen Christmas on or Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen any of them.
We talked about this where people get mad at me because they're like, "You're the movie guy," and I'm telling you, bro, I will watch everything that's modern. Like I probably have seen so many more movies from 2005 to now than you. I just don't go back and revisit the classics.
You
It's
gotta
just-
revisit
It's
the
just
Christmas
not how
classics.
I operate. Like there'll be like this month there might be 20 new movies come out, and people will say, "Oh, they'll watch the two most populars." I'll sit and watch 15 out of the 20. So like I keep up to date with more modern movies, and in 20 years I'll see all those movies prior, but I don't go back and sit there and watch. I mean, Some
Can
classics.
you promise me that you're gonna go back and watch at least like It's a Wonderful Life,
Yeah, I'll try to watch one.
Miracle on 34th Street?
Maybe, yeah.
What do you mean maybe?
But Christmas
Producer
music.
Drew, you've seen those movies.
Yeah.
No.
See, he isn't. You're outnumbered here, my guy. But Christmas music,
I think I might be an old head, actually.
dude. Christmas music, will put me in the best mood ever. Like I could be in my car shopping,
what's
in traffic, off
Top 2 Christmas songs you
top
like.
2.
It better not be fucking Dominic the Donkey.
No, it's not. It's the one with from NSYNC.
Oh, that's good.
What's that called?
I forget what it's called, but that's good. I like that one.
Is it Happy Holidays? Or Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I really like more modern type Christmas music. I just feel very there. There's a Bare Naked Ladies song.
Whoa.
I forget what it's like Jingle All the Way or it has like they have Batman references in it. It's all super chaotic. Straight No Chaser a cappella group. Absolutely love. Go check out Straight No Chaser, their Christmas album. They do the 12 Days of Christmas. My favorite rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas. It is super chaotic but super fun a cappella. Do you ever?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to listen to them if I use a chaser?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
It's Straight No Chaser.
Once again, I'm a bitch. I never do Straight No Chaser. So am I allowed to listen to them if I use a chaser?
I mean, however you want to listen to Christmas music, smacked up. You wanna be a little bitch sometimes, have a chaser. I think Christmas just jolly and find the best music possible, whether that's the classics, the more modern day Christmas songs, because there are, as you said, Justin Bieber, Ariana
Bieber's
Grande.
got one of the best Christmas albums.
He really does.
And it's like younger Biebs.
Yeah, because he did it, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Longer than that, probably. I don't know. He was probably like 16 when he did it.
So
that's probably like 4 or 5 years. All right, next one is, Paul. Do you prefer Secret Santa or White Elephant? I call it like a $10 gift.
Yes. I know
That's
what you mean.
White Elephant, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be $10, but
we do $10.
I think my family does something, like $20-$25. And the idea is that, everyone just gets a gift that could work for everyone. You put it in the center of the pot. I really like White Elephant over Secret Santa because the White Elephant, one, you're not shopping for someone in particular. Yeah. So, specifically if you get someone you don't really know, maybe you're in a huge family thing with a lot of cousins and they have significant others and they're involved and friends are involved and you're just like, I don't really know. Like, I'd rather just buy something generic that's fun, that could kind of work for everyone. So I really like that. And then the game aspect of White Elephant just makes it so much more fun where you put it in the center, everyone picks a number, there's a lot of anticipation there, everyone's yelling at everyone, and then the idea of stealing a gift from someone is just the best thing in the world. I mean,
this guy.
It's just so much
Taking a great gift out of a child's hands is the best feeling you'll ever feel in your entire life.
But the kid could do the same thing to me. You know what I mean? Like that little kid can do the same thing.
Well, you don't want number one. Number one's the worst.
No, number one's the best because you go first, so you get to pick a gift. But at the end of the day, at the end, you still get to go back and steal. But the problem is
there's a lot of different rules.
But the problem is if there's a lot of people, each gift can only be stolen 3 times. So the best
gifts,
like
a counter?
Yeah, the best gifts by the time you go all the way back to one might not be available. So that's what sucks about number one, but usually towards the end or number one is the best number to get. I've been in 2 situations though with that game. The first one, I went early on. I got like a low number. I was pissed. I think I had like 2 or 3. And this was probably maybe 25 people. And I got an amazing gift. Like so good. Everyone knew it was probably one of the best to get out of that pot. That was a $10 gift. And
how good can it fucking be?
Boom. Like 5 people later, stolen. So pissed. I was like, you know what? Fine. That's the name of the game. This was a really good gift. Probably wasn't going to keep it. Go to the pot, get another one. Amazing gift. Right? Great. Next person steals it. I was like, dude, I went up to that pot 6 times. Everyone was cracking up, and the gag was like, steal from Paul. Like, just let's piss him off at this point. And I ended up with, I had these amazing gifts. I think it was like a Thanos Funko Pop that was like Infinity Gauntlet. It was Christmas themed. I had a Star Wars Monopoly. I had all these really cool things. I ended up with an avocado slicer. What? I was like, I don't even eat avocados.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing. But on the other spectrum, right? the best gifts we've done with my family for white elephants are blankets.
Blankets.
People don't value how great a blanket is.
Right.
I think people take advantage of them, but they're just so phenomenal. And my aunt, my godmother, had this amazing blanket, white blanket. And so 2 people have already stolen it. So one more person steals it, it's mine. I knew it was mine. I'm sitting there, she like hugging it, making sure no one steals it. Literally, my godmother, I looked her in the eye, I was like, you give me that right here. She said, no. I was like,
It's a cutthroat world out there.
it is a cutthroat world. And, being with your family.
I am not playing with fucking Paul over there. He's taking presents from kids and he's stealing his aunt's fucking blanket that was keeping her warm.
But that
Sounds like an asshole to me.
No,
to be
but I mean
honest.
the whole family at the same time is like, oh, but then it's just like breaks out.
I agree.
And it's a fun vibe.
White Elephant's it's a good environment, good game. Secret Santa also sucks because it's almost like a relationship where one person can give 80% of the effort and the other person gives 20%, and you get this person this nice gift, and then that person ends up giving someone else like gift cards.
Yeah,
it's
sucks.
like that's the dynamic that sucks about Secret Santa. Especially, I don't want to speak on like make this a sexist thing, but guys are usually half-assed in this.
They're not the best gift givers.
Yeah.
That's what's known. They're not the best gift givers. And if you're a girl and you get a guy, or a guy gets you, it's kind of blows.
One thing I want to do that you just did for Thanksgiving, but I guess you could do it on Christmas, is that brown paper bag alcoholic drink, where everyone gets a tall boy and puts it in a brown paper bag, and then they put it in the middle, you shuffle it around, and you pull out of a hat, and then you pick up the brown paper bag and reveal what tall drink you have for the night. So you could have like a Four Loko, you could have a Bud Light, you could have a Twisted Tea. So I think that game is fun. You could do that around Christmas time and Christmas parties.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, we did a Friendsgiving, and we did a tall boy roulette.
Yeah,
That's what it's called, tall boy roulette. It's a lot of fun. And it's, if you get Christmas drinks, I bet you get like the Bud Light Christmas seltzers.
Yeah.
Or you get that kind of stuff. You make it festive and Christmas related. I think just drinking in general with those, they were so much fun because that pot, you put in $3. They're like, here's $3, and we had dinner, and then we drank whatever our tall boy was, and that's just a good vibe. So.
My buddy, or one of our buddies, hit me up the other day because he said the Christmas cans are out, the Bud Light. He's like, you want me to get you one? I was like, are they the same flavors? And they're actually the same flavors, so we can't run it back.
Well, yeah, we did. Check out last year. If you like this episode a lot, and you're like, I want some more of this, and you can't wait until next week, go check out last year's episodes. I think we did a few. The audio might not be as good, but the content fire. We did the Bud Light Seltzer Christmas edition review.
We did.
And then we did some trivia and stuff. So go check that episode out.
All right, last one for this or that. Do you prefer Christmas Day, Paul, or Christmas Eve?
I don't know, man.
I like Christmas Day.
Why?
Christmas Eve is a good relaxing vibe. I don't like to drink on Christmas Eve because I don't want to be hungover for Christmas Day, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I'd rather be hungover the day after Christmas than be hungover opening presents
On Christmas
around
Day.
a bunch of people eating food. Like, it's just not the vibe. I mean, I'll drink a little bit on Christmas Eve, but I'll get smacked up on Christmas Day.
So for my family, Christmas Eve was my mom's side and Christmas Day was my dad's side. And but there's nothing more exciting as a kid than waking up on Christmas Day. I mean, it's just a movie in your head. It's just one of the best feelings in the world. And
the amount of times I thought Santa was on my roof is unreal. It's like, is he up there? I think he's up there. It's like 2 a.m. I hear the reindeers. I hear the reindeers.
You hear him a little bit. It's like,
I think he's downstairs.
you know what I mean? So
I still get fooled. 25 years old, I still think he's coming.
What are you talking about?
He's still there.
He is there.
It's a good secret. All right, what are we doing? Last segment.
We got second Christmas segment here for this first of many Christmas shows for Life's a Party. Hope you're feeling jolly and getting in the Christmas
I
spirit.
don't know. First of May, there's 3. I don't know.
There's a lot. We're jolly all month here.
It's a little aggressive.
Thoughts on Christmas traditions. So we're going to break down and talk about some of the most popular Christmas traditions that most people do and our thoughts on them. First one, open a present on Christmas Eve. So you get to open one present out of all of your presents under the tree, and it's just a little tease for you.
Don't like it.
Why?
Patience Young Grasshopper. What's that from? I feel like that's from like a...
The Karate Kid.
That's what it has to be. Santa hasn't come yet. You have to wait to see for Santa to come and your parents got this gift. You can wait for Christmas Day. You can wait.
Do you think it's a tease? It's kind of like blue balls in you?
Yeah, I don't want blue balls. No one wants blue balls.
Especially not on Christmas.
No. So leave the blue balls to people, to other people, and just save the gift for Christmas Day. Don't open the gift Christmas Eve.
So something my dad always did, we celebrated the 23rd usually with my dad. 23rd, and then we would stay into Christmas Eve. And Christmas Eve, he would always give us a gift. The same idea as this tradition. But the gift that he always gave us was a gag gift. So I think
that's good.
I don't have
Because
one.
I was gonna say, like, what if you open the gift and it sucks? It's like, oh, all right.
No, but that's the whole point. Like all the good stuff, you'll wait for Christmas Day. But this will kind of allow us to get just get the nerves out and get
the nerves.
I'm looking for a
You're
different
not playing
word.
in the NBA Finals. You're opening fucking presents.
It's like, oh yeah, I don't know.
Open the present,
Yeah.
Paul. I can't. Try it.
I'm trying, man. But those gifts,
Give me yours.
Those gifts were always gags, or
Give
they
me
were
your
like
fucking blanket ant.
they were like they were chocolate covered pretzels, or one of those what's it called? Those things you would buy at Hallmark. And they were the stuffed animals that moved, that had a lot of fun. My dad loved. Right, we have one on the set here. Ryan really loved, or my dad really likes those. So,
Shout out James.
James McGarty, thank you.
All right, next one is the phenomenon of Elf on the Shelf. What's your feelings on that tradition?
I hated the idea of Elf on the Shelf when it first came out. I did not like it. I thought it was stupid. But when social media kind of took it by storm, and people began to get very creative of what their elf was doing in the middle of the night, whether that's hooking up with Barbie or chilling in a tub of hot cocoa, like a hot tub, or wrecking the kitchen,
or riding the dog.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So people got super creative with that, and social media helps everyone see different people's ideas. And when it became a global, or like just a global phenomenon, it became a lot of fun to see how creative people would get.
My mom actually still does this for us.
Did she
for
do
my
it
brother and my sister?
when
So
you
she
were
gets
kids?
3. She does it now too, but when we were like a little older too. But what she does is she'll have 3 elves on the shelves, and she puts money in each one. So there'd be like $10, $20, $1, $50, and she hides them like a couple days. And me, my brother, and my sister have to go and find it.
That's cool.
And whoever finds it, you get whoever the hardest one to find's got the $50. And I mean, personally, I suck at hide and seek. I'm not good at it. So I tend to lose and get the last one left over, and I get the $1, and it's all fun and games, but she's keeping the tradition going.
That's a mixture of Christmas and Easter right there.
Like, I'm not good at Easter egg hunting. I'm not good at this. I get a total of like $5. My brother's got he's got like $3,000. I'm like, all right, relax, buddy. Next one is
Christmas caroling around your town. What do you think? What do you think about it?
I've only done it a couple times. And for me, I think I would just have to be drunk. I feel like you got to be drunk.
You got to be drunk, Carolyn. That's the vibe, and that's so much more
I feel like that's just a weird thing to do sober.
Just knock on random people's houses and start singing.
Or even if you know them and you just start singing, like, you got to get the balls to sing.
Have you ever been on the receiving end of that?
No.
Has anyone ever
Because what
came up
happens
to
is
your house?
when they come.
I've had it.
Have you?
When they
just
come.
it was like one of my neighbors. So I knew them personally. I'm just like, oh, this really sucks.
Well, that's it. Like, usually when they come to Carol, I open a door. They go, hey, and they start singing. I go, yeah, shut the fuck up. And I close the door and I close the blinds. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, we've done.
So no, I've never been on by choice. Been on the opposite side.
We did a few times in high school and beginning of college with a family who there's a guy who plays acoustic guitar, and the mom brings alcoholic hot chocolate, and she brings alcoholic drinks, and everyone's super cold but also drinking, and that's keeping you warm, and you go around town and you say hello to friends and stuff. So I think it's fun, but it's also just awful too because everyone is such a terrible singer. Like, no one in that group is a good singer, and then you make them drunk, so they're just just
belting,
worse. Yeah,
belting out loud.
just worse. And I remember being I remember being fun on my end when I was drunk and singing, but I don't know how I'd feel if I was on the receiving end of that door.
Deck the whole shut the fuck up. Have a nice Christmas.
Shut the fuck up. Have a great day. Get back safe.
Take the sidewalk. Get off the grass. Next one is.
God, you sound like a fucking Grinch.
Yeah, it is Grinch Day,
It is Grinch Day. A light show, Paul.
I loved the light shows growing up where you would drive through them. So you have your car, you stay in the warm, you're playing Christmas
What do you mean
music.
growing up? They still do that.
No, but I'm saying when I was young, I liked it.
So you don't like it anymore.
I don't really do it anymore.
I do it, but here's the thing. I think those things are the biggest scams out there. Light shows. I've been to one last year. I drove like fucking 30, 25 minutes. It was this big thing. You buy the ticket online. I literally went through like a little cul-de-sac. And there was a bunch of cars. I mean, they're racking in money. It's like 25, 30 bucks a car. And it's just, you look at these lights and they got it beaten to a song. And literally it was like no more than like 5 minutes long. And they just made $25, 30 bucks from a car. Just what me and my girlfriend do is what what everyone should do out there is just go to Wawa. You get hot chocolate, you get coffee. And then you go around your development. You play your own Christmas music, and you look at your own development light. That's what we do.
That is one of the best things to do as a couple.
Yes.
Go in your car, feel festive, play Christmas music, and just drive around. Like, have a great conversation with your significant other. Go look at the lights and the normal, natural lights that people are putting out.
Yeah, that's way better than going to this thing. You got to pay $50 a car, and you're there for 5 minutes, and they're making bank, and it takes two. Go with your significant other. Go to a couple developments. Go to town over.
Boom.
Go through development. See what other people do with their lights, and you'll see how creative and how other people celebrate Christmas.
I really like the houses that hook up to the radio stations.
Oh yeah, there is one
That's
near
the
us.
best.
That's the best because they're the staple of what a light show on a house should be.
It's like put on 96.4 and you're like, oh
yeah, you drive up to the house and the lights are just going bonanza. Like it's insane. And you said what? And there's no sound. Like that's the thing because you pull up to the house and there's literally no sound. And then on the front lawn, there's a sign that says "Turn to 93.5." And it's like, okay, cool. And then it all starts to make sense. And then last year when we did that, we probably sat there for like 15 minutes and just listened to watch.
Would you like? I guess people who live there. I mean, people are almost stalking.
That's
Is this guy gonna leave? I mean,
It's like
I had been there for 45
I had 15
minutes.
people just waiting outside my house, just in their cars. But I mean, that's what you asked for.
No,
And
that's cool.
You want people to watch your show.
Yeah. So go drive around. All right, this one, Paul, SantaCon. Wait, I've done like the last three.
Yeah, come on, man. The Grinch over here. I would stop stealing my stuff. Christmas traditions. Mall Santa pictures.
Oh, I skipped one.
Do you do mall Santa pictures? You actually, I know this.
I know.
You do.
My mom's favorite thing is that me and my brother and my sister go get a mall Santa. I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I'm 25 years old, just turned 25. The problem is that me, my brother, and my sister, my brother's a tall guy. He's like 6'3". I'm 6'2". My sister's 27. And we're going to the mall for a Santa picture, waiting in line with 4-year-olds. It looks like Buddy the Elf at the North Pole.
It does.
It's literally the most embarrassing thing, and I've been begging my mom. I'm like, Mom, this is the last year. And every time I say it's the last year, my sister's like, no, we have to go. It's the one gift she wants is her children with the Santa Claus.
That is a mom gift.
And I hate standing in line. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. But I get it done. I'm a good son. Though I will say, as a kid, it's kind of crazy that we actually believe that those cracked out Santa Clauses were actually him.
The idea of a mall Santa and the story behind a mall Santa is the best in the world.
It's like, what are you thinking?
As a
guy?
kid, you believe your imagination will take you to extraordinary heights and you will believe in everything that a kid does around the holidays, right? But when you get to a certain age, you still want to believe in the idea of Santa Claus, but you understand that guy in that mall is not. And you change your thought process to make it still believable to you. You're like, that's just his helper. Like, that's his helper. He hires people during the holidays because clearly Santa can't be at every mall in the United States, right? And you're like, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. And then the best is my mom. We had like 3 malls that were pretty close to our house growing up, right? And I knew a Santa was at each mall. So he was like, oh, that's Santa helpers, right? But my mom convinced me that the one at the Echelon Mall in particular.
That's the one.
That was the real one. He's like, he has all his helpers, but the one at the Echelon Mall, the one that we go to, he's the real one. You could tell because his beard's real. And I'll look at the beard and be like, no shit.
He's not a $125.
No.
He's not the anorexic Santa Claus.
No, he's a jolly man with a big beard, and he looked real to me. And he was the same guy every year, too. So
That's a weird job to have. Don't you think?
well, what's the recruitment process look like? Like, what do you
The
do?
Santa Claus boot camp you got to go through?
You just
Eat
walk on
72 cookies.
you just walk on the sidewalk and someone's like, hey man, you'd be a great Santa Claus. You're fat and ugly. You got a huge white beard. Get in here, bro.
That's like when Will Ferrell's running the street and he's got the Santa Claus in the red jumpsuit. The guy looks like Santa Claus. He's like, Santa. He's like, no.
I saw some like during COVID they couldn't do a meet with Santa, and they would show that they had this whole like room decked out for a bunch of Santa Clauses. A bunch of Santa Clauses. There were like 30 in one shot, and I'm just imagining a bunch of kids going fucking ape shit.
I think one time when I was a kid, I saw like the waiting or like when the waiting room, like they're getting ready for Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The one Santa went in, the other went out. I was like, hold up, there's something's going on back there. There are two Santa. Who is the real one? Like, something's going on back there.
Something's a little fishy around here.
The next one, SantaCon, Paul. You said you're going this year.
SantaCon.
I said I was going.
I'm not. Are you going?
Oh, I said you're inviting me and we're going to.
Oh, yeah. So SantaCon's great. SantaCon is usually an event in major cities across the United States. Whether for us, it's usually Hoboken in North Jersey, or New York City has a huge SantaCon returning this year after COVID. And it's just a huge bar crawl day where everyone in the city all day is drinking like an animal, usually dressed as Santa Claus. If not dressed as Santa Claus, dressed very festive, such as the Santa suit. I bought this about 2 hours before I went to SantaCon 2 years ago.
Nice.
Found it at Kohl's. Great
Big
find.
last minute guy.
Last minute suit. They have them at Walmart, Target. This is probably like $60.
I wore this to SantaCon.
Did you?
The problem was when I have to pee, I gotta like take it all.
Gotta take the
off.
whole thing.
It's almost like is that what rompers that girls have to wear?
Yeah. Well, no,
And
girls
they get
no.
butt ass naked in the stall.
They have the like the onesies.
Yeah.
Where they basically have to take off their pants and then undo it, and it's
Yeah,
they're
just
like, I'm butt ass naked.
in McDonald's bathroom. Well, I don't know if you're going to McDonald's bathroom, but yeah,
SantaCon's a cool time to just get drunk during the holidays and dress as Santa.
Nope.
And last one we got, we got a few more here. The cookie exchange.
Cookie exchange.
I don't. Can you explain this a little further for me?
Well, I think it's almost like you bake cookies and you give it to someone else and you swap with someone else when they bake cookies.
That's
but this is the
boring.
problem with the cookie exchange, is that like you'll be at home with your family.
Yeah.
Your mom's in the kitchen for a while. She's baking cookies you love. It's like peanut butter cookies or chocolate chip cookies.
Her cookie's great.
Cookies that you fucking love. Her cookies. And then like she gets done, they're on the cooling rack. You go over there to fucking eat them. And no, don't touch those. They're not for you. Like, what do you mean they're not for? Like, who are they for? Oh, they're for Deborah or they're for Debbie. You're like, no, they're not.
We're
Like,
switching cookies.
it's
like,
what I like. I'm your son. I deserve those cookies.
Yeah.
Who cares if Teresa doesn't need those cookies?
No.
You're making them. I like them. They're in the house. I should be able to eat the cookies. But that's the problem. Like you said, you want your mom's cookies. Then she swaps them with Teresa. You don't want Teresa's burnt cookies.
Yeah.
You want your mom's cookies. So I should be able to eat my mom's cookies.
I never did that, girl. Like my mom's a huge cookie person. Loves chocolate chip cookies.
Well, she's a
bakes them for
smart
everyone.
woman because her cookies are probably better than Phoebe's.
Probably. Phoebe. Who the hell is Phoebe?
I think if my mom's making cookies, she's no, don't touch them. They're going to work. Like, no, they're not. They're coming.
I'm
to my
sneaking
belly.
one later when you're sleeping.
Like, they're not going to work. She's like, take the bad one. Like they always say that. Like, take
Yeah.
the one that looks.
Take the one
worst.
that's like
no.
broken.
It's fucked up.
It's like, I'll break all of them if you don't give a shit to me right
Body
now.
slam. Oops. They're all fucking broken. Looks like you're making another batch or something else. Last three. The obsession with mistletoes, Paul, because I don't understand this. Like, why? What is the big obsession with the whole mistletoe thing?
I think a mistletoe was just a romantic way to kiss someone without being creepy. And I don't think they're really in anymore because they're kind of creepy. And, I mean, I have a new apartment and we talked about getting a mistletoe. And I was like, I kind of like the idea. I mean, we're the only ones that really are here. So if you want to be cute and we somehow end up under the mistletoe, like, I think it'd be cute. You know, maybe a little bit more inclusive.
Okay. This
Jolly holiday, you know what I mean?
This is not where I want to
Jingle
go.
these balls, you know what I mean?
This is not what I want to talk about. I mean,
But
this is
when do you really see a mistletoe
the
in
balls
public
in your
anymore?
pants or the balls on your shirt?
I don't know, you know?
Kid
We'll
shit.
just leave it for the imagination.
But let's not leave it to the magic.
But I don't really see a mistletoe in public anymore.
Yeah, because you'll see people getting butt ass naked like you trying to bust down under the mistletoe. What I want to ask you, and I hope you have the answer to this question, because I think it would be great to talk about, but I don't have the answer, but I know there's something to it.
Okay, what do you got?
The whole thing of like, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
What is the story to that?
What do you mean? You don't know the story?
I don't remember it, but I know it's like a fucked up thing.
No. So it's
Is it like the dad's dressed as Santa Claus?
The kid's dad was getting ready for Christmas and dressed as Santa Claus and did all the normal Santa Claus things. And then when he was done, the kid was supposed to be in bed, saw the mom, and was, kissing her. What is that? Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And like at midnight and over at night where the kid's supposed to be asleep, and was just kissing his mom. And then, but
I could have swore there's like theories of something else.
there's a few movies about it. But I mean, that's the basic story.
As a
where
kid, what are you thinking? Like, oh my God.
it's like, oh, Santa's here. It's like, that's just your father, Timmy.
My mom's a slut. She just kissed Santa.
Are you a big fan of sending Christmas cards? Like, what is your thought process on
Well,
this?
first of all, I don't send Christmas cards.
Your mom does.
My mom does, and she picks the worst pictures of all time. And here's another thing. It's like when we get Christmas cards for Christmas, I know you get a shit ton.
Yeah.
But it's like you see all these Christmas cards are on your fridge, they're on your mirror, and you're like, who the fuck are these people? Like, why do I have 30 pictures of people I've never seen before in my life? Like, do people send a Christmas card just to tell you that they're still alive?
That's
We're still alive. Hope you have a good Who the fuck are these kids? While I'm eating my waffles in the morning.
It's in a very old-fashioned way to tell your friends and family like what the family was up to.
We're
right?
alive. We got another kid.
Before Facebook, right? Like that was the major thing where you would just go in and be like, "Oh, look, Kyle got very tall this year, right? Oh, boom, automatic 2 seconds. You saw the Christmas photo." For me, I was always in charge of the Christmas photo, so I picked the photo, I got the card, I was always there.
He always was in the big middle. Paul had a good smile.
But as a kid, now growing up and like I just moved out, when does that Christmas card stop?
Well, you haven't started really. Your own.
No, but so does my mom and our family's Christmas card?
When do you stop being on your mom's Christmas card?
Yeah.
That's
Is
a
that
good
when I
question.
start my own?
That's a good question.
Like when I have a child and start my own?
I hope
will
so, because
no
I don't
longer...
want fucking 2 pictures of Paul up in my house.
This is the one with my mom.
I got 5 Christmas cards and Paul's in 7. I don't know what's going on.
It's all Paul's family's right there.
That's a good question. I would assume that your mom is going to continue to put you on her Christmas card.
Just for
It's
memories.
just you're going to have your own separate one now.
I really do like having a couple years ago we got a book in my house where it's a scrapbook basically, but you just put your Christmas card in a slot. So and it comes out with the Christmas decorations every year, and this way I can look at all of our Christmas cards from 2001 I think to now. Which is super cool to see that progression of all the Christmas cards, me and my sister growing up. And just the style of cards too, and the picture quality. It was like so different, and that especially that mid 2000s, you like know exactly what that photo looks like.
There's like this stuff. That's like what our Santa pictures we have each year behind the new one.
Oh my dude,
So
everyone
it's like,
does that.
So I got like Etnies in the one. I'm in my like middle school basketball in the other. It's like it's just you see the different time zones. It's just like it's so funny to look back on. But yeah, Christmas cards. Maybe we should make a Life's a Party Christmas card. Ooh.
Everybody, I mean, everyone wants to do Christmas cards, and I'm just like, maybe I just do the one with my family. But who would we send that to?
All of our beloved fans.
People you want on the show.
I know, but we got Instagram for that now,
We'll send a virtual a virtual Christmas card.
Just send
What's the thing we used to do? We don't have any left. But what's the one we used to do? The one where you like put our faces on like dancing elves.
We would put on the Chippendale dancers. We would put our faces on them. I forget what it was called, but it was a
boom. I forget what it's called.
It was a video thing.
Yeah.
That it was a lot.
Funny.
It was like a video that would be 30 seconds. You would cut out your face of your friends from their Facebook photos, put them on these dancers, and then you would send it via email to a bunch of people.
Yeah, I forget what that was called, but that was like what a hot thing to do back in
like middle school.
Yeah,
and the middle school kind of thing.
It's funny.
That is our Christmas show, everyone.
Number 1 in the books.
The first one of many.
Of 3.
It's
I don't know why I keep saying many.
It's a jolly holiday here at Life's a Party. We are feeling the Christmas spirit. And we just appreciate you guys listening. Hopefully, you stick around, you see the other episodes. Maybe if you really like this one and you're waiting for the next one to come out, check our old shows from last year. You'll be able to find those on YouTube, Spotify. And what was really cool, actually, today, Spotify Wrapped came out.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was super cool to see a bunch of our fans send us, that we were their number 1 podcast for this year. How many minutes they listened to?
1,300 minutes of listening to us in a month. You divide that by 60, you're looking at like upwards of like 15 hours.
That's what you
like
do,
15 episodes. That's wild. So we appreciate the fans. We appreciate the love. Definitely go like some of my favorite episodes that we've done. This is 67. Are the Christmas ones. The Christmas ones are hilarious.
It's just fun, and the content is relatable, like for the season, right? So it's not it's not relative to the
Never
time
dies
period.
off.
Yeah, it's not gonna die off. You just enjoy that Christmas spirit, and next year maybe you're listening to us in 2022. So
Whoa, that gave me chills. That was kind of weird.
so pretty dope. Again, we have shirts, Christmas shirts coming out. Hopefully you grabbed one. If not, you still have an opportunity. Next week, we're going to be doing a little contest throughout the show. And at the end of that show, we'll tell you how you can win those limited edition Christmas shirts. We only got 40, which is crazy. But it'll be pretty cool to check them out. And that's it, man. Hope you guys are having an amazing holiday. You got a bunch of weeks coming forward. And just stay in the Christmas spirit, man. Drink a lot of eggnog, drink a lot of beer, whatever
Wrap
you want
it up,
to do.
Paul.
Whatever you want to do, baby.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. We out. Let's party.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
Okay, why we're not doing this again?
Peace, baby.